All right, welcome back, guys. Today will be the last day uh, for me teaching graphs representing change over time. So let's go ahead and just talk about a couple things that we've learned about. Let's talk about change over time. Remembering that we're measuring when we're creating our graphs. We're measuring the different data, day to day, week to week. It could be hour to hour. It can be minute to minute. So we're recording that information, and we're looking at how that data changes from one time period to the other. So also remember your x-axis is going to be your horizontal line, your y-axis is going to be your vertical line. So let's go ahead and start the lesson. We're going to start with a quick video. We're going to visit our Cyber Squad again.
It's working! It's gonna rain! Don't quit now, fish! Don't quit on me now!
Reach for your rain boots, Jax. You're gonna get wet. It's raining up here, and soon the pipe will bring water down to you.
It's a gusher!
I think the water's rising too fast.
What should we do?
Let's graph it.
Ah, yes. It's good to be awful. What happened here, you two dunce buckets? Who stole my water?
According to our graph, the water level has risen 10 meters in 5 minutes.
And look at this. If the water level keeps rising at the same rate and we extend the line on the graph, we can predict the water level will rise past 20 meters in another 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Above 20 meters? Well, that's over the top of the tank.
Sorry, Rudy, but that's the story.
If that picture's right and the reservoir does overflow, the whole town will be flooded.
Hold on. If Inez and Digit can turn the water on, they can turn the water off.
You want us to do what?
Close the pipe to the reservoir and open the pipe to hackers.
So what we're looking here is that the children used their line graph to make a prediction of what would happen to the water level if it continued rising steadily at that rate. So as you can see, when you're creating line graphs, you're creating a story and you're showing people information. And that information can tell you a little bit of what might happen in the future, because looking back sometimes gives you a lot of information about the future. For example, when people are measuring weather, we know that we have dry seasons and we have wet seasons. We know around how much average it rains during the wet season and how much it rains over the dry season. So meteorologists use line graphs and different types of measurements to kind of like predict how much we will get. So a line graph is really good for predicting the future. So let's go ahead and look at this line graph right here. And I will do this one first. You're going to be looking at two different line graphs. One of them measures, well, they're exactly the same, but there are different measurements in it. So one is measuring over here, and it's saying that on day one, there was 15 meters. That was the height of the water. On day two, it was 10. And on day three, it was 5. On day 4, it was 0. Day 5 was 0. Day 6 was 0. The other graph says that on day one, there was around, I'm guessing 2. On day 2, there was around, I'm guessing 3 or 4. On day 3, there was 5. Day 4, there was about 7. Day 6, there was about 10. All right. So let's go ahead and click. All right, so estimate what day it is when the two reservoirs have the same level of water. So I can say what day it is when the two reservoirs have the same level of water. So what day is it? So let me look over here. So I'm looking at day 3. What does we have on day 3 here? Oh, we got 5 on day 3 here. Oh, and over here we got 5 also. Look at that. So day 3, they both have the same amount of water. Let's see. Day 6, this one has 10. Day 6, this one has 0. So no, that's not the same. Day 1, this one has 15. This one has less than 5. So no, that is not the same. So I'm estimating here that on day 3, they both had 5. This one might have had a little bit over 5, but the prediction, I'm just estimating, and it seems like day 3 is the best answer choice. So on your test, you might be given 2 different graphs, and you might have to look at those 2 different graphs, and it will say, on what day do they have the same amount? And then you have to find a day on the graph and say, oh, day 3. So on this type of assignment, you need to be very, very careful. And it might help if you're doing it on a computer to draw the graph on your notebook, or to really, really use your annotating tools, if you have annotating tools, to figure out how you can, to figure out the exact number. So see, I can annotate with Zoom right here. I can see that this is 5, and then this one right here, 3, and this, it's close to 5. So see, I annotated there, and that showed me that my answer was day 3. And this is a way that you guys on the computer, you guys are going to be able to annotate on your assessments. So making sure that you're using your technology tools to help you answer these questions. So let's go ahead and go into the next question. Let me erase these annotations I did here really quick. Okay, let me erase this one too. All right, there you go. All right, perfect. All right, so on this one, you're gonna work together in your class. Teachers, you can pause the video now and go over this with your class. If you wanna continue the video and then discuss, that's also fine. So this is what we call a double line graph. A double line graph consists of 2 different data plots. And if you see on the top corner, on this corner right here, you find that there's a key. The red is Henry and the blue is Chris. So Chris is blue, Henry is red. The graph, the title of the graph is hundreds of coins collected per year. The y-axis is doing hundreds of coins collected, and then the x-axis is doing the years. So let's look at the information that we have right now. Henry in 2010 collected 400 coins, while Chris collected 800 coins. In 2011, Henry collected 800 coins, Chris collected 600. In 2012, Chris collected 700, and Henry collected 200. In 2013, they both slacked off and collected only 100. In 2014, Chris collected 300, and Henry collected 500. In 2015, Henry collected 600, Chris collected 400, and in 2016, Chris collected 500 and Henry collected 300. That's the information, that's the story that I have from my graph. Now in your class and in your groups, you may go ahead and create your breakout rooms or however you want to do it in class. So you're going to say to your students, how many coins were collected by both Henry and Chris? So now, students, how many coins were collected by both Henry and Chris in 2011? You will find the information looking for the year. So look at the year is 2011. So I'm going to go ahead and look down here, and I'm going to see that the year 2011 is right here. So I can also annotate for this if you guys want to annotate. I can annotate. I can go like this. This is 2011 right here. Okay, there you go. See, that's the year right there. Okay, for Henry, he collected. He's at the 8. Chris is at the 6. So that means that Chris collected 600 and Henry collected 800, okay? All right, that is for year 2011. Let me erase this really quick. Okay, there you go. During which year did Henry collect more coins than Chris? So what year did Henry collect more coins than Chris? So you notice this right here, it says year and then it has a parenthesis of this. Okay, that means that there's probably multiple years, okay? So look at your graph and in your class, try to find the years where Henry collected more coins than Chris. I will give you guys about 3 minutes to go ahead and discuss this in class and then come up with an answer or answers. And then the last question will be your exit ticket. And this question you are going to answer, how many years did Chris collect more coins than Henry? Okay, so how many years did Chris collect more coins than Henry? All right, guys, this is your math lessons for your week. I am really happy that you did some graphing this week. I am excited that you're learning how to do these because I really love graphing because of the last video. You remember the last video that I told you guys that I love graphing? Okay, I do love graphing. All right, guys, this is Mr. Rosa saying goodbye. Peace out.